Okay, here's a quick tour of the outside of number 1 from my doorway, stepping out of the house. Here's the front yard with my car parked there. To the left, the barn filled with cows. This is the door to the carve. There's my wood axe, but they took all the wood, so there's nothing to chop. This is the door to the barn. This is the barn. Old bathtub, lots of old farmer's junk here. Here's the back door to the barn, or the side door to the barn, with this wonderful double lintel arch thing, locked by tyres. This is my boundary, with a electrified fence along it from the farmer next door to keep his cows in there. This is the junk in my yard. There's something under this tarpaulin, I'm not sure what. Some slightly rotten telegraph poles there. Pile of cut brush which I will burn at some point. Something mysterious underneath it. In fact, there's mysterious stuff under just about everything here. Here are some of my sheets of corrugated iron. Again, what's under them, we'll see. This is my famous chicken house. I have no idea what's in it. Again, it has a very blocked door. I think this farmer was a bit paranoid, with old farm implements and things stacked around it. This is all interesting to me. Here's the chicken house. Shall we have a look in this window? It's a bit spooky. I'll then address that later. This is my boundary, goes around here to my workshop. Very overgrown. Lots of stones in the piles here. This workshop has a asbestos roof, which is a bit of a problem. And it also has this mysterious back door, which is held shut by a huge tractor tyre, of which I now own many. I'll open that later. I'm very interested. I've not seen inside it. They told me they hadn't opened it. Here are my small trees which are growing out of the side of the workshop. A bit of pruning needed there. I have some drainage issues down here. This drain runs along the front of the workshop across the yard, but it's open and full of water. I don't know where it comes from, but everything's very wet at the moment. Now here is my workshop, locked at the moment. It's full of junk, farmer's junk, metal stuff, quite interesting. I opened the door last night and 2 creatures flew about inside. I don't know whether they were bats or birds. I think there's a small hole in the door which they can get out from. Anyway, I'm going to clear that out and turn it into my workshop. Now this is my covered area. This has a name, but I can't remember what it's called. It's a tool covered barn area, open sided, and inside it a load of old junk and some interesting items. So here's my caravan, my tiny caravan. Here's a very interesting ladder. There's the door to the upstairs attic of the workshop, which has a couple of bicycles and some old Dershowitz parts in it. Wooden bench, rocks, barrels, parts of old engines, wood sliced and stacked up, probably well rotten, loads of old junk. I'll probably burn a lot of this wood in my wood burner. Here's my caravan, it's a Digwe. Don't think it's moved for many years, but I'm going to glam it up, maybe. It has a missing roof window, but I'll fix that. Here is my huge wooden wagon, which I'm going to extract from this mud pile that it's embedded in. Don't know how that's happened. More metal junk. Another old farm bit of machinery. There are plenty of those around here. Everything's dusty. I don't think anything's been touched for a long time. More piles of junk, piles of stuff, loads of tyres, loads of wheels, loads of tyres, loads of wheels. This is my little installation which they left for me, which I've already started to extract dozens of pot lids from to make a piece of work. I'm going to hang them all on this wall, I think, for starters. There's my house from underneath the covered area. There's actually a light in this covered area and it works. I'm going to try and replace it with a sensor light so it comes on if anyone comes in at night. And this is my gateway with no gate, entrance to my property. There's a bit of wire which I stretch across it at the moment. This is my letterbox. This is actually my boundary marker, which I'm going to put a gate post at and put a piece of fence across to the other side here. Outside here, a small school, the community centre, the road, my small field through here, and lots more. So that's my yard in the sunshine. It's become rather a nice day, really. More in a moment.